Hey guys, how we doing? And welcome to how to lose 8 pounds of fat in the next 8 weeks. So first off guys, if you are watching this video live, please comment down below and give me your hashtag live. And if you're watching in replay, give me a hashtag replay, just let us know when you're watching it. Now, as always, the more that you guys interact in this video and like and comment and tag people, the more people in the group get to see it. Facebook likes to do funny things in terms of hiding things from people, so the more of you guys that can comment, like, and tag other people on the post, the more it will keep the post bumped up to the top of the group, and the more it will allow other people to see the video and hopefully get the benefit first of all. So just going to get stuck in and just sort of clarify why I've said how to lose 8 pounds of fat in the next 8 weeks. Now the reason I say that is with our sort of nutritional guidelines, there are sort of pretty simple steps you can take to lose 1 pound of fat per week. Now that doesn't sound like a lot when you think about it in the grand scale of things, especially if you've got a lot of fat to lose. But 1 pound of fat per week that can mount up over a few months or even a year is a hell of a lot of weight, and it's a massive drastic change in how you look and how you feel. We're not one for sort of promoting super quick fixes, but some people do get really quick results, and it just depends how well you follow the guidelines, how strict you are with yourself, and how much you set your goals to allow you to stay on track, and how consistent you stay as well. And that's a word that we use a lot, consistency, but it is really, really important. So the reason that we say £8 is because we've got 8 weeks till Christmas, I think, rough calculation, and we would recommend that you are losing round about 1 to 2 pounds of fat per week, but for the majority of people it's going to be more like 1. Now I also said in the comments that 8 pounds of fat doesn't seem like a lot, and it's maybe going to be a whole lot more scale weight, and I'm just going to kind of quickly clarify what that means. When we say 8 pounds of fat, we mean 8 pounds of body fat. We don't mean 8 pounds on the scales, because 8 pounds on the scales could have been something as simple as the fact that you've went for a massive dump one day, which is going to be really lovely for some people, or it could be the fact that you're dehydrated, or if you're a girl it could be your time of the month. There's lots of different things and different factors that play a part on your scale weight, but when it comes to fat loss, we're looking at pure unadulterated fat only, and that won't just be measured by the scales. It's going to be measured by how you feel in your clothes, it's going to be measured by like your waist measurements and your photographs, all that kind of stuff, and just how you look and how you feel. So when we say if you've lost 8 pounds of fat, you're probably going to be lighter on the scale as well, and the reason being that the body fat takes up a whole lot less space in your body and lots of other things, but when you lose fat, you do lose a little bit of water as well, and some various other things that kind of just like to be flushed out at the same time. So generally, scale weight when it comes to 8 pounds of fat is going to be a whole lot bigger on the scales. But when it comes to 8 pounds of fat, when I'm saying lose 8 pounds of fat, I mean 8 pounds of fat, and you probably don't have as much fat in your body as you think. There's a lot of other stuff that you're carrying as well, that your body just likes to hold on to. So if you're up for the challenge, guys, if you're up for losing 1 pound of fat per week, please give me a wee thumbs up or a wee emoji in the comments. That would be awesome. And as I say, the more you guys can interact, the more people are going to get to see this video. So I've said in the comments the 5 things that you have to do to lose 8 pounds of fat in the next 8 weeks. I've actually got a list of probably about 7 or 8, and they all kind of merge into each other as well. But these things are going to be super important, guys. And if your aim is to lose a good bit of fat, if you've commented on this video, and I'm going to tag everyone, not on this video, sorry, I'm going to tag everyone who said in my poll that they wanted to lose fat. I'll tag you in the comments so you get to see this video. If that is genuinely your goal over the next 8 weeks, and you are going to stick to it, then you are going to have to make some sacrifices. So what you have to bear in mind is, guys, is as uncomfortable as it sounds, and as horrible as it might be sounding for some people, and some people get a bit offended, if you're put in a position where you've put on lots of fat and you're feeling pretty uncomfortable and pretty tight in your clothes, and you're not feeling great about yourself, and you know you've put on weight and your measurements have changed, then you have eaten and drank far too much over the last probably months, if not years. And that's great. Obviously you've joined the gym and you're now making those changes, which is awesome, which we love to see people doing. But the moment you can flick that switch and take responsibility for the fact that you have overeaten, you have overindulged, you have been out too many times, you have drank too much, and you have gone off the rails, if you can take that responsibility, then you can flick that switch and start to make those positive changes, and that's what we want to see. So it comes with everything in life. If you've done something and you take responsibility for that thing, you can then flick the switch, and then start to see some really good results from that as well. So you know that internally yourself, and you're comfortable with the fact you've made those decisions in the past, and that's cool. It doesn't matter. It's gone. It can't be changed. There's no point in feeling upset and emotional about it and whatever else and getting yourself down about it. You've made that positive change. You've came to the gym. You've joined the gym. You've set some goals. You've started training on a regular basis. So that's awesome. So you should be proud of yourself first of all for that. Like, majorly proud of yourself, because 95% of the world will not take that step. So you guys have done that as well. So kudos to you. Please don't be upset about the fact that you've done that, and don't be upset about the fact that I've said that you have overindulged. That's just life, that's just how it is, and everyone's got their own reasons for that, and that's cool, but you're making the positive steps. So if you are determined to lose weight, you are determined to change your body shape in time for Christmas, and you want to feel awesome on your Christmas nights out, then there's a few things that you're going to have to follow over the next few weeks, and it's just going to take a bit, it's going to take a bit of sacrifice, it's going to take a bit of commitment, and it's going to just take a wee bit of hard work as well. So first off, the massive thing that you need to do to lose that 8 pounds of fat will not come in the gym. So a lot of people kind of get mixed up with the fact that, oh, now I'm training 3 times a week, so my body shape is going to change dramatically, and it's probably not. It may do at the start very quickly, but things will plateau off, and you have to get everything else right round about it. So number one thing you have to get right is you have to be moving every single day as a standard. So, and I'm talking 10,000 to 15,000 steps minimum every single day to get that weight off and to be as active as you need to be to burn enough calories to start to see a visible difference. So if you can do the 10,000 steps a day, 15,000 steps a day, and you can commit to that, guys, give me a comment below, give me a wee thumbs up again, or a wee emoji, and just let us know that you can commit to doing those 10 to 15,000 steps every day. Now for some that's dead simple, for some, like for me for example, we're wandering about, pacing about the gym all day and whatever else, so it's quite easy to get our steps in. For people that have active jobs, that have kids that are always out walking and walking dogs and stuff, it's pretty simple to get your steps in. But if you have an office job and you sit down almost all day, then you come home and sit down or only go to the gym for an hour 3 times a week, then that activity level is going to have to go up, and it's going to have to go up quite dramatically. So give me a wee thumbs up if you can commit to putting your activity levels up. First of all, that's going to be one major factor where you're going to burn loads of calories, and I know it's Baltic, guys, you're just going to have to get wrapped up, go for a wander at lunchtime, potentially park a bit further away from work, maybe get the train and walk to work, maybe you're going to have to get home and go for a wander, or get up early and go for a walk, but get those steps in. That's really important, and it is freezing, and if it means just wandering about the house or getting up and down the stairs, then great. Doing more housework, lots of other things that you can do to burn those calories. So that's point number one. Number two, drinking enough water. If you don't drink enough water just now, give me a wee thumbs down in the comments, because most people don't. Every single person in this group should be drinking 2 litres of water every single day, non-negotiable. That is what your body needs to function really well, to do all the things that your body needs to do, whether that be recover, whether that be help you sleep, whether that be help with all your bodily functions, whether it be to clear out all the crap and keep your skin looking good. 2 litres of water minimum every single day. So that's step number 2, and give me a thumbs up if you can commit to that as well. So literally I've just asked you to do 2 things that are dead simple to do. Drink more water every single day, and just move every single day. Make sure you're hitting those 10,000 steps. That's cool. If anyone's got any issues with that, any reasons why they think they can't do that, put them in the comments below, and we can get to that, and we can hopefully give you a wee bit of support and help you get there, which is cool. Step number 3. If you are on the journey to losing fat, you are going to be hungry at some point. Fact. Okay? You're just going to be hungry, and it's just something you're going to have to deal with. So I know you get sometimes when you get overly hungry, then you go to the cupboard and you end up eating loads of crap, or you're making dinner, you end up eating half the dinner before you've started and you still have a portion. All that kind of stuff's going to have to stop. You are going to be a little bit hungry, but that's okay. We don't want you to be starving every day. We want you to be eating enough calories so that you can recover from your workouts and you have plenty of energy to do all the things you need to do during the day. But you are going to be hungry at one point, and that's going to be slightly uncomfortable. But the other thing is, if you can stick with it just for a week or so, you will get used to it and your body will start to adjust. So it's just getting through that little spell of a few days of feeling a wee bit hungrier because you're having a little bit less calories, you're moving a little bit more, you are going to be a little bit hungry. The other thing is you probably are going to feel a little bit guff, and that's okay, but you're not going to feel amazing every single day when you're on a journey to losing fat. That's just how it is. You're going to feel a little bit crap some days. Some workouts are going to feel a bit sluggish and a bit tough, but we do want to be eating enough calories to be able to fuel the workouts and to be able to fuel your movement. So a mistake that a lot of people make is they'll cut their calories right down, like dramatically down, right? So you go to like your Slimming World, your Weight Watchers and all these things, and they tell the ladies to be eating 1,200 calories a day. Now if you're like 14, 15, 16 stone and you're being told to eat 1,200 calories a day, that's not enough to give you the energy just to perform in the gym on a daily basis. And what actually happens is you end up being really tired and really sluggish and not sleeping very well, and you actually end up moving less. So that's obviously going to be a wee bit confusing for people, that cutting down calories isn't always the best thing, but you're actually going to end up moving less, burning even less calories, and counteracting the fact that you're eating less in the first place. There is a balance there, and we'll get to that. We'll get to the calorie balance in a minute, but just be aware that you do need to be eating enough to be fueling your workouts and fueling your recovery and having plenty of energy to do the moving in the first place, but you also need to be eating a little bit less than your body needs and sacrificing a little bit as we go. So one way to kind of counteract the hunger, or actually 2 ways to counteract the hunger, in fact I can probably give you 4 ways to counteract the hunger. Number 1, hundreds of vegetables. Literally there's barely any calories in any vegetables, bar an avocado. There's almost no calories in any vegetables, so you can literally pack your plates full of veg, and it's going to seem like you're having a nice big mountain of food. It's going to make you feel fuller. You're going to get lots of good nutrition as well, and lots of good fibre and whatever else that your body needs, all the vitamins and minerals and stuff, and it's going to fill you up, but the calories are really low. So that's a good wee trick. Number 1, when you're starting to feel hungry, and just any time anyway, there's no reason why you shouldn't be eating loads of veg, just pack your plate full of veg. Number 2, caffeine is really good as a suppressant to hunger. So if you are getting a little bit hungry, a good quality coffee, just to kind of tide you over to your next meal, is a really good wee trick as well. And then I've just done something to the exposure there. That is terrible. Hopefully we can get rid of that. So yeah, eating a little bit, having a wee bit of caffeine is really helpful as well. The next thing is just drinking plenty of water. If you're hydrated, you will be less hungry, so we can do that. And then the other thing to kind of cut down that hunger is to be eating enough protein. So protein like fish, meat, nuts, just be careful with your nuts. Be careful with your nuts. So things like fish, meat, chicken, all the kind of good proteins, whey protein, all these kind of things are going to help you be fuller and keep you fuller for longer. So it's really important you get those things in. Eggs at breakfast, meat at lunchtime, meat at dinner time, help keep you fuller for longer, and that's really, really important. So that's a few things that you can do to stave the hunger off. Other things are that you would usually do when you're hungry, like reaching for all the biscuits and stuff in the cupboard. It's just going to be a no-no. If you have the goal of losing fat, I can see you laughing there, Hannah. I'm trying not to laugh after saying look at them. Be careful with your nuts. So if you have that sweet tooth, if you have that urge on a regular basis to go to the cupboard and fill yourself full of crap, then it's probably advisable not to buy the crap in the first place. It seems pretty simple again. Don't go shopping on an empty stomach. Go shopping when you've had a meal, and when you've planned out what you're going to have for the week, and then go and obviously tackle that, and don't have all the shite in the cupboard in the first place, and that'll be really helpful. So cutting out the crap is going to be really important, and it's going to be key. So I know we're all about balance, guys, and we like a pizza, and we like beer, and we like to have a bit of chocolate and stuff, and that's great. We do profess that you guys do that on a regular basis, because it does help keep you sane, it helps keep you consistent. But for those that are looking to really make a change before Christmas, there's just going to have to be a little bit of sacrifice, and it's going to be tough, like cutting out some things. I don't want to just hear that everyone's cut out alcohol, chocolate, crisps, everything, all the fun stuff, but there is going to have to be some sacrifice somewhere, and if it means not waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and going eating a Nutella sandwich, then that's probably what you're going to have to do. Maybe just stay in your bed. It's going to be more beneficial for you long term. The other thing is, it is coming to the festive season, and a lot of people just go, oh fuck it, it's Christmas, we've got this night out, we've got that night out, we've got a million nights out, we've got weddings, we've got whatever else coming up, we're just going to go and get boozed up every single night. You're probably going to have to limit your alcohol. There is no point, if you're on a fat loss mission, to be drinking calories. There's just no point, because you can go majorly overboard. So when it comes to drinks, it's going to be water, it's going to be 0 calorie juice if that's your thing, a wee bit of diluting juice here and there as well, but limit your alcohol intake as much as you possibly can. It's going to be really important because it then doesn't have that bounce on effect of having a fry up in the morning and having a Chinese the next day and having all this other crap food because you're hungover. So that's another wee point as well, guys. So there's lots of things in there. I haven't even touched on your calorie intake yet. And I will go into that a wee bit now. So in the nutrition ebook, hopefully you have all read the nutrition ebook. Give me a wee thumbs up if you have read the nutrition ebook, that'd be awesome. If you've read it and you've implemented it, you'll already be getting really good results. But when it comes to this, losing 8 pounds in the next 8 weeks and feeling amazing for Christmas, you're probably going to have to do the maths and you're going to have to stick to the numbers here. So you're going to look at taking your body weight in pounds and probably timesing it by 10. Now I know we say 12 for a small calorie deficit. Let's look at timesing it by 10, and that's going to be how much food you're going to eat from here on in for the next 8 weeks. So for example, if you weigh 10 stone, 140 pounds, your calorie target is going to be 1400 calories. Most people, there's not many people that weigh 10 stone apart from like the little tiny folk like Lorraine that weigh a wee bit less than that. But your calorie target is probably going to be somewhere in the region of 14 to 2000-ish for the girls and 1800 to 2500-ish for the boys, and I'm just guessing, but it's going to be based on your weight. Now if you do the numbers and it seems okay and you're having it and you feel okay, then awesome, stick with it. And if you do the numbers and it seems a bit high, just go and try it. The numbers we give you are only if you are A, moving 10,000 steps every single day up to 15,000 steps, you're training 3 to 5 times a week. So that means you're active every single day. Now if you have an office job and you sit down almost all day, then your calories are going to have to come down quite dramatically. If you can be in a calorie deficit of 500 calories, so say your maintenance calories are 2,000, if you can drop them down to 1,500 for the next 8 weeks, you will lose 1 pound of fat every single week without fail. But you have to track, you have to be vigilant, you have to be consistent, and you have to try and not fall off the wagon as much as you can. So guys, give me a wee thumbs up if you think that has been helpful. Hopefully it has been. Please tag your training partners as well. Don't forget to give me some likes and throw some loves and stuff across the screen as well. The more you interact in these videos, the more people in the group get to see it as well. So hopefully that was helpful. Hopefully for those guys watching, you've picked up a little bit. And then just give me a big super thumbs up if you are going to stick to this for the next 8 weeks and you're determined to get some good results. We want to see them. It's why we do what we do. We love seeing people smiling in the gym and having a good time at the workouts, but we also love seeing people get results, and that's why we do what we do. We don't do this just for money, because if we did, we'd be in another job, because we're certainly never going to be millionaires in this industry. However, we do this because we love to see people get results. We love to see people chuffed with how they feel on the night out and how they feel in their dress and how they feel in their jeans and just feeling good and lifting loads of weights and doing loads of cool stuff. We just love seeing people get amazing results. So please guys, if you've got any questions, if you need any support, if you need any help, if you need anything at all, please let me know. And thanks for all the interaction so far, Hannah, Eleanor, Simon, and anyone else who's been watching. Thanks so much guys, and don't forget, tag some of your training partners as well, and implement some of these steps. And most importantly, if you're struggling, please tell us, please ask us questions, because we are here to help and we want to help. Hopefully that was good guys, and we'll catch up with you tonight if you're in the gym, and if you've been in already, well done, good sesh. Thanks guys, catch you later.